Hello, this is question 11 on your June 2018 paper 1 from AQA. It's an iteration question, so you see the iteration formula here. It says the daily world production of oil can be modeled using this expression, where V is the volume of oil in millions of barrels, and T is the time in years since January 1980. The model is used to predict the time t when the oil production will fall to zero, so when this is equal to zero, and we have to show that t satisfies this equation. So we are going to prove the iteration formula. We are making this expression equal to zero and making one of the t's the subject. We have to think this one, which one? So it could be t cubed because it goes cubed rooted, but you see that you have a t in the denominator. So first thing they have done is divide everything by t, and then is this one the one that they have made the subject. Yeah, so let's going to divide everything by t. I'm going to make the expression equal to 0 and then divide by t. So plus, and I'm going to just work the coefficients at the same time. So minus 50 t to the power of 4 equal to 0. We divide everything by t, so we have a t in the denominator, like we have in the expression, and then we can simplify a bit the coefficients as well. Okay, and now what we are going to make is this t the subject, yeah, because we have a cube root. So we separate that on the left. I'm going to multiply everything by the 16,000. One more 0. And then we are doing the cube root. Yeah? So t is going to be cube root of that expression. If you are not able to do, in these iteration questions, it's quite common that they ask you first to prove the iteration formula. If you get confused and you're not able to go from here to here, which sometimes happens, just carry on. So don't ignore the rest of the question because you don't know how to do this part. You can get all the other marks easily. So in the second part, we have to use the iterative formula that comes from here. Yeah, you see tn plus 1 and tn with t0 38 to find t1, t2, t3 to 3 decimal places. Yeah, so I'm just going to sub in the t0 equal to 38 here and here, then I will get t1. When I have t1, I'm going to put it here and here to get t2, and so on. You can do that easily with the calculator in seconds. So this one is 44,963. This one is 49,987, and this one is 53,504. 2, 3 decimal places. Yeah. Next, explain the relevance of using t0 equal to 38. So we are going to use t38. Not that we have to use t038, is because the paper was from 2019 and t0 equal to 38 is 2018. Yeah, they are just using the current year when the paper was done. From January 1980, the daily use of oil by one technologically developing country can be modeled as this expression here, which is an exponential. We have the t in the exponent. Use the models to show that the country's use of oil and the world production of oil will be equal during 2029. So this is the use of oil, and this was the production of oil. They are going to be equal to each other when this expression is equal to this one, but that's an equation that we don't know easily how to solve. Yeah, we have t cubed, t to the power of 4, and then an exponential. So what we are going to do is numerically see that we have a root for the difference between them, Yeah, one is going to be equal to the other when between T49 and T50, because this is during 2029. Yeah, so at the beginning of 2029 T is 49, at the end will be 50. So what we are going to check is the difference between this expression and this expression change sign, because that will mean that we have a root, yeah, and the value will be 0, or the value of the difference will be 0. So the difference between the production and the production and the consume, yeah, the use, will be 0 when we have a change of sign between them. So if I call ft to the difference between production and use, it will be the 10 plus 100 T30 cubed minus 50. This is the production minus the use, which is this one. I'm going to see that there is a change of rule in this interval to prove that this is going to be 0 in that interval. Yeah. So if I do f of 49, just substituting, I get 0, 0, 7, 1, 4, which is positive. And if I do f of 50 in the same interval, this is negative, therefore there is a root in between 49 and 50. Yeah, so there is a root in between 49 and 50, so the production is going to be equal to the use at one point during 2029. Yeah, and that's all with this question.